Yes, quick return mechanism. Quick return mechanism is the mechanism which converts rotary motion into a reciprocating one and two stroke. Two stroke means a forward stroke and a backward stroke. Forward stroke is a faster than backward stroke is faster than the forward stroke. That is called quick return mechanism. The time required for cutting a stroke means forward stroke is greater than the time for return stroke. So this forward stroke and return stroke. So this is the ram, and in forward stroke ram moves slowly or cutting stroke and return back very quickly. That's why it is called as quick return mechanism. So return stroke is faster than the working stroke, so it is called as quick return mechanism. It is also known as crank and slotted lever mechanism. Crank and slotted lever mechanism because this crank is provided and this rocker arm and this side block bull gear is there, pivot and adjustment of stroke, clamping lever, ram. So when the forward stroke is slower than the backward stroke. This is the mechanism. Power is given to the driving pinion. This driving pinion through individual motor or by some other mechanism. Driving pinion transmits the motion to large bull gear, this large bull gear, and the speed of bull can be varied. The radial slide is bolted to the center at the bull gear O as the center of bull gear. So here you can say this crank pin and this is the crank and this bull gear. With this bull gear rotates. When this bull gear rotates, this will move into this slide and this ram will move like this. So a slotted lever having long slot along its length is pivoted about point. A sliding block is fitted inside the slot and slides along the length of the slotted link. A is the crank pin. This A is the crank pin. The slotted bar, also known as rocker arm. A ram is fitted to rocker arm through a ram block. So this ram fitted to this rocker arm is fitted to the ram. So ram block can be fastened on the screwed shaft with the help of clamping lever. Now working, how it is work. As the bull gear rotates, when this bull gear rotates, the crank pin revolves at uniform speed. So this crank pin, this portion, this crank pin revolves at uniform speed. A sliding piston block also rotates on crank pin circle. The sliding block which slides along the slot of in the rocker arm at the same time. So when this rotates, so this block slides into the rocker arm. The moment of slotted bar is transmitted to ram. Obviously, this moment of sliding block transmit the power to the ram, which moves forward and backward as per the rotation of the crank. Stroke length QR is proportional to the crank length OQ. It can be adjusted with the help of lead screw in the crank. So this is the quick return mechanism. Now what are the different operations to be carried out on shaping machine? The shaping machine operation: horizontal shaping, vertical shaping, angular shaping, shaping of slot grooves and keyways, machining of splines or cutting gears, shaping of irregular surfaces. These are the shaping operations. So first one, horizontal shaping. Horizontal shaping is the most commonly used to obtain flat surface on the workpiece. The job is fixed on the vise. And the shaping tool is held in the tool head according to job length. The length of stroke, cutting speed and feet is set. The clamper block can be set vertically or slightly inclined to the job. Proper depth of cut is to be selected. Then the machining is done by moving the work at cross direction. So this feed and this tool move like this. Okay. So during return stroke, the tool should lift a little bit automatically to avoid the rubbing action. And vertical shaping. In vertical shaping, as the name suggests, vertical, the apron or clamper block is swilled away from the vertical surface being machined to be cut. So this is the surface, vertical surface, and this is the tool. So tool movement will be like this. That's why it is called as vertical shaping. The cutting tool is fed downward by rotating down feed screw of the vertical side. The arrangement is necessary to enable the tool to move upward and away from work during return stroke. It avoids contact between the tool and workpiece during return stroke. The feed is given at the end of each return stroke in order to make keyways, parting off, grooving. Vertical shaping is preferred. So movement of the tool is vertically, that's why it is called vertical shaping. Now angular shaping. Angular shaping means inclination cutting. This inclined cutting is to be taken place. So figure shows, you can say if you want to make dovetail slot. So first you will make a rectangle slot. After that, this apron is to be swilled. For cutting angular face shaping machine, the swilled head is set to required angle. So this head is swilled at required angle towards left or towards right about vertical axis. The apron is then further swilled away from the job to be machined. The down feed is applied by the hand wheel as per the requirement. Angular shaping is applicable to cut inclined surfaces, beveled surfaces, dovetail surfaces. This is nothing but the dovetail surfaces. Then slotting machine. Slotting machine is also called as slotter. Slotter is a reciprocating type machine similar to vertical shaper. The workpiece is held stationary and the ram moves vertically downwards for cutting action. Here you can see in the figure. So this vertical surface and this tool moves down and cutting will take place. However, a slotting machine is a heavy duty machine mainly designed to produce slot, complicated shapes, finishing of internal and external plane surfaces. The slotting machine has a vertical ram and hard or power operated rotary table. The work table can move in transverse, longitudinal and rotary motion. Rotary movement. Now principle of working. As we saw that the slotting machine name derives from the fact that it was originally intended for cutting slots or keyways in gears or pulleys. The stroke length suitable for work in first set in the ram, then position of stroke adjusted. Cutting or slotting tool attached at the end of ram moves downward, known as cutting stroke, and upward stroke, in which no metal cutting called return stroke or idle stroke. The return stroke is made move rapidly than the cutting stroke, that is quick return mechanism. The table may be moved downward, moved towards or away and sidewise from the column. A automatic feed for all three motions can be reversed. The feed should occur when the ram is finished its return stroke and before it starts on the cutting stroke. Now classification of slaughter. So slotting machine classification or slaughter. So different types of slotting machine as per the requirement are as according to drive mechanism. The crank driven slaughter, the rack driven and screw driven slaughter. According to application, puncher slaughter, production slaughter, tool room slaughter, key seater slaughter. Now puncher slaughter. What is a puncher slaughter? Puncher slaughter is a machine designed to cut heavier jobs made from forgings or castings. With larger length of stroke, it can move large amount of metal in 1 minute. Production slaughter. In this machine, ram may be tilted about 10 degrees forward or backward for machining tapered jobs. The machine works on different ram speed and has rotary table with indexing device. Tool room slaughter. The tool room slaughter, also called as precision slaughter, the main feature are it operates at higher speed. It is a refined version of production slaughter. It uses light cuts and produces accurate surface finish. So these are the classification of slaughter. Now we will see specification of slaughter. So specification of slaughter. Stroke length minimum or maximum. Distance between table and tool head. Means slaughter can be specified according to the distance between table and tool head, diameter of rotary table, longitudinal and crosswise travel of table, bed dimensions, maximum table travel, types of drive, motor horsepower, overall machine dimensions, cutting speed of ram per minute, tilting angle at ram, number of ram speed. So these are the basic parts or main parts of slaughter. You can see in the figure this column, this motor, this ram, this tool head, this tool, and this table and this cross slide. This head move up and down. So basic part is, first one is the base. Base is heavy, strong and rigid, made from cast iron and designed to take entire load of the machine. The top of base carries horizontal guide base on which the saddle is mounted. The saddle may move towards or away from the column to give longitudinal feed to work. The base is also called as bed of the machine. Now column, second part is this column. So column is a vertical member, bed is the horizontal member. Both are made up of cast iron. It houses drawing mechanism and feed mechanism. So this column is a hollow one in which driving mechanism and feed mechanisms are there. Guideways are provided for the on the front face, so the RAM can move up and down. Table. The table is mounted on the top of the cross slide. T-slots are provided on the top of the table to accommodate the job and fixture. The table can be adjusted in longitudinal and crosswise direction. The table can be rotated about its center. Also, the table can be indexed at any number of degrees to divide the periphery of the job. Then cross slide. Cross slide is mounted upon the saddle guideway. It can be moved parallel to the face of the column. The circular work table is mounted on the top of the cross slide. It is used to give cross feed and can be controlled either by manually or power. The next part is a saddle. The saddle is mounted upon the guideways of the bed. It can move towards and away from the column. Its top is designed to provide guide horizontal feed. The guideways on the saddle are perpendicular to the guideways on the base. Tool head. Tool head is attached at the bottom end of RAM. It carries tool post. The cutting action takes place during the downward movement of the RAM. Like the shaping machine has a quick return after the cutting stroke. To release the tool during the return stroke, a mechanism is fitted in the tool holder. For some angular operation, tool head can be swiveled at desired degree, example 30 degree. Now RAM. RAM is a reciprocating member. This complete unit is called as RAM. A reciprocating member mounted on the guideways of the column. It carries the tool head at its bottom. The tool head carries the cutting tool, and the cutting tool action takes place during downward movement of the RAM. So this is all about the shaping and slotting machines. Means this second chapter is what. My next lecture we will start third chapter, casting processes and plastic molding.